Okay, for this activity, the amazing thing about leaves is they seem to all start off as green, but there are many hidden colors. They're inside the leaf. They're called pigments. So this activity is called chromatography, and what we're really going to do is break the colors apart. Let's find out what kind of colors are actually in these leaves. To do that, you need some leaves, and you need rubbing alcohol, a jar or a measuring cup or a beaker, a pen to write with, a coffee filter, a coin or something to scratch with, a straw or a pencil, some Scotch tape, and some scissors. So the first step is to take your coffee filter and cut some long strips about a 1/2 inch wide. Since I have 3 leaves, I'm going to cut 3 strips, coffee filter strips. 1, now you're going to take your coffee filter and a leaf. You're going to place the coffee filter over the leaf, and you're going to use the edge of a coin to scratch a line about a 1/2 inch from the bottom of the coffee filter. So lay the coffee filter over, and then take your coin and rub it across, pushing hard, but you don't want to tear the coffee filter, but you want to transfer, smush the leaf into the coffee filter so that we have some colors on it. Look at that. I'm going to label this in a minute. We want to hang it. We're basically going to hang it from the straws like this into the jar. And so once we get the other ones made, we'll measure it out, and then I'll label that this one was from the red leaf. Next, we're going to tape it onto that straw. I'm going to start with one of them. I'm going to measure it a little bit here. Oh, that's pretty good. We don't want it dragging on the bottom. We just want it just barely touching or just above it. So that looks like a good height right there for that first one. So I'm going to place a piece of tape on this, hold it in place. That's our first one. This was the green one, so I'm just going to write G for green, so we know which leaf it is. G for green, leaf. Let's double check to make sure these will work okay in here. The straw is sitting there on top. That looks pretty good. My R looks like it's a little shorter. I'm going to adjust that one just a tad bit. Now we simply pour in just a little bit of rubbing alcohol just to cover the bottom. That might be a little too much. I might have done a little too much. Here we go. And we're going to let this sit for a while. The alcohol is going to wick up the coffee filter, and we will check on this in a few minutes to see what happens. Well, welcome back. Let's take a look and see what we have for our chromatography. We can see, oh my goodness, can you see blue? This was the red leaf right here. It actually had, remember, it started off red, and the colors have moved up the coffee filter. And we have a whole bunch of blue down here and some little bit of yellow. Wow, that was inside that leaf. Those are pigments. Our second one was the yellow leaf. And it started off bright yellow, and it looks like pretty much right now at this stage in its life here that it's pretty much yellow that's left, although it seems like there's maybe a little tiny bit of orangish yellow color coming out. And then our oak leaf that started green, we can see that there's some brown color and some yellow and a little bit of yellow coming on up here. But if you do this with a whole bunch of different leaves, you'll be amazed at the different colors that come out. And if you join me in the next segment, I'm going to show you another activity where we can see some hidden colors.